the little twitches. You know, I say my gut instinct, and we learn to pay attention and just honor it. You know, we don't have to even have a reason. We don't have to have a logic, because the body is so wise. And so we actually can practice through this deep awareness of feeling the breath move in and out. And just what it is to be in a body. Pretty amazing that it is. Let's walk it back up. And let's go ahead and float the arms up, just like feel them float up. And see if you can, in just this simple gesture, how about lighten up a little bit? Like, how about find any spot that just tends to grip up, and can you ease it up? Like, whatever it is, like it just might even be the slightest little hug back of the ribs, or a shift of the arms, or the belly gets engaged, and a big, big breath. Yeah, and then let's really pull in the belly. Keep the low back long, and we'll twist to the right. Take the left hand to the outer right leg, and just nice and tall, right up through the crown of the head. And our objective here is a spinal twist in which the low back gets more space. You know, so if it ever gets to a point anywhere where it feels, like forced, then you just say, oh, well, maybe this once, just not force it. What if I can just take an unhurried breath right here? And in the exhale, just a little bit more freedom to just let go. Look all the way over your right shoulder. And then we'll float the arms all the way up. So there's like this natural floating that happens, and then we can intend it, a little longer, just by our action, by our awareness, and by keeping the belly hugging in, we'll help to keep the low back nice and long as we emerge into another shape, twisting to the left. And feel in, there's the kind of the formal textbook, this is what a twist is. And then there's you feeling a twist happening in your body in a supportive, gentle, kind, loving way. And really a celebratory way, because it's like, I'm moving in a body. Deep breath. It's like, wow, as the lungs expand, there's you, me, right inside of it all, expanding out. Like, what an amazing thing to spread out. Look all the way back. Coming back to center. Inhale, float the arms up. Let's then take the arms out really wide. And just press the hands back for a moment. Notice if the ribs jet forward. And for me, okay, so I'm sitting on the ground. I just move my cushion to the side. I don't know why. So I'm like, okay, and now I have to just, learn from this. Like, am I forcing? Am I just, how can I make it a little easier? And just, find that place for you. Let's turn the palms up and look over the right. Just look right over the right hand. Big inhale. And exhale your left temple, your left ear towards the earth. Keep looking just beyond the right fingers and on up. And then down, just like a couple. Allow the time to lengthen into some maybe new space, new territory of ease. And then when you come up next time, we'll just come right back to center and then over to the other side. And then down with the right ear, right temple, keeping the chin kind of tucked in. And on up. You know, so this is a great one. Anything, any gentle twisting sequence that you can remember and that feels good for you. Really do it every day, really. Not just once in a while, at least once a day. Let's come back to center because there's so much on the neck. Our heads are heavy. They're just heavy. You know, you got this thing. It's you've ever lifted someone's head? It's like, whoa, you got this little tiny neck to support. It's pretty wild construction. Let's go ahead and place the hands on the knees. Inhale, big heart. And we'll just take the left shoulder to the right. Knee look over your right shoulder. And come on up. Inhale. And then to the other side. So the shoulder rolls in. It's kind of one of those rare times we actually do this purposely. We'll just go, you know, a couple more times to each side. So it's a twist. It gets the shoulder, we feel into the neck. Just moving some more prana energy into the hips. And we'll just go one more time on each side. Great, let's go ahead and move the dog and place the soles of the feet together. And just lean in. So now we'll get into the front side of the hips. So that last one, we kind of tapped into the back side a bit. And the Baddha Konasana, just a few long, deep breaths. Let's take 5, really consciously. So this is a wonderful release to the low back. Helps to reorient the hips from their kind of caged in situation that chairs can do and cars can do. And just getting all this length and energy moving right through the inner thighs. Yeah, and nothing is forced. Of course, gravity helps us. You know, so we just kind of do this little dance of gravity, even here, so that it, you know, we can just let go and settle. And then, you know, sometimes we're like, wow, that weight is too much. It's like feeling like I gotta hurry through this. And then we'll halfway support it so we don't have to hurry through things. Like, really know that we got each other's back. We got our own back, really. Deep breath. And come on up. Now let's cross the legs the other way from where you first were seated. And we'll do, we're going to do a Kapala body sequence. Not sure if you've probably done this, Mariah. Laura and Yuki and I have done it before together, not in a little while. So I'll just talk you through it. And the Kapala body is, it's actually, we'll do a little bit slower sequence. So it's like pump, 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 pump. That's 30. And then exhale completely. And then we inhale and we pause. We hold it at the top. And I'll talk you through it. And then we exhale completely. And then the arms come out. And then we'll do it there. And then we'll come up for the, I'm like, what was that? No. I'm like, hang 10, I'm at the beach. Like, no. It's that one, just thumbs up. It's the ego eradication pose. I haven't done that since like 7th grade. Cool. Like just being here in Santa Barbara, it's like all coming back. Okay, so you can just have the hands on the knees and go ahead and close the eyes. Big inhale. And then out through the nose. So you're pumping low belly in, in, in for 10, 9, 8. And then totally exhale. Totally, 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 totally. Empty, empty, empty. Squeeze it out. Inhale big through the nose. Inhale, fill it all up, but to the point you're relaxed. You're not gripping. And just pause. Maybe draw in a little more inhale. Still free in the throat. You know, not letting the ribs grip up. Just allow the inhale to come in. And then maybe a little more inhale. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And then when you're when you're ready, exhale completely. Let's bring the arms out, shoulder height, palms up, inhale big. And then again, another round of 30. Exhale out completely. Really empty it out, squeeze it out. And then inhale, let the inhale come in, fill it up. Like you just feel the whole lungs, the rib cage expand, expand, expand. When you feel like you're at your fullest, just pause. You can hover in the relaxation of the in-breath. And then draw in a little more. You can sip in maybe a little more. And when you're ready, exhale completely. Arms out like Y shape, thumbs up. Big inhale. Yeah, so arms up. And then exhale, again, 30. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Squeeze it out. Inhale in big. Feel the clean prana, fresh air come in. Really fill it up so this is highly purifying. Pause like you're just hovering in this floating space of all this new clean air, pure oxygen. Maybe sip in just a little bit more. See where you can relax. Maybe sip in a little more. And when you're exhale, and you're ready, exhale, 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 exhale. Let's bring the palms together over the head. Namaste, inhale. And exhale, right back through the center. Right back through the center. And then let the hands just come back to the legs again, palms face up. Thumb and index finger together. And then just pause for 5 breaths. Noticing how much slower and longer you can breathe now. Much calmer. Allowing the emptying of your thoughts. Emptying of any psychic, emotional, or physical, anything that will benefit you. free breath. And let's go ahead and place the feet on the floor, and we'll draw the knees in. So, just even have the thighs open like that. Put the knees in. You can pull the belly back and lean into the arms. Nice little lengthening to the low back, rounding to the whole back side, and coming all the way onto the back. We'll go just a little variation what we did last week. Place the hands on the earth, feet up to the sky. Let's first kind of reach through the heels. You can point the toes, roll the ankles, just getting more length in the back of the feet, maybe alternating or both at the same time, just getting a lot of length through the legs. And then kind of lift and spread the shoulders so the hands are firmly on the earth and you feel this nice support of the spine. And we'll just go, inhale here, and then we'll exhale the right leg to the earth, not quite to the earth, hovering right above it. And then inhale it back up, and exhale the left leg down, and on up. And 2, try to keep the shoulders free, and the neck free. And just, even through the awareness of the more obvious parts, you're also paying attention to the more subtle parts. Our society tends to really celebrate and acknowledge the faster, the louder, the bigger, the brighter. And of course, we all know that there's a balance. There's the quiet, slower, more intimate, the softer aspects of ourselves and of our culture that are at least equally important to pay attention to. And so even in this way, just as the legs are kind of the big showstoppers here, right? They're doing all the showy stuff. But then we, tune in a little bit more with the shoulder blades. And what about, let's just do a few more on each side. And so, right behind the ears and right behind the eyeballs. So that even in this way, we're like, oh, right, we don't have to, overwork something that's not necessary. Big life lessons here. And then let's just do one more on each side. Good, and then we'll bring the hands, one hand to each knee, fingertips facing the toes. Elbows are kind of out to the side, and the shoulders get broad. The back of the heart spreads broad, and the spine is nice and flat on the earth. So don't let the tailbone round up. Just feel it nice and long. Yeah, and then you can take your hands to the backs of the knees, maybe. Take your soles of your feet straight up to the sky, knees towards the earth, towards the outer ribs, happy baby pose. Some of you might have your hands on your ankles or first 2 fingers to the big toe, but just make sure that the tailbone still reaches down, so you're not rounding up. And then if you like, you can take the legs out straddle. And feeling right from the very base of the sacrum pressing towards the earth. And right from there, the heels extending out from that point. Big breath. Okay, let's bend the knees and bring the knees and ankles together. Interlace the hands on the back side. And just take the feet back and rock up and back and up a few times. Great, and then we'll just go ahead and reach forward. Come to Malasana. Collarbones nice and broad. Namaste. Spread the toes. Feel the heels spreading here as well. And we'll place the hands down, and we'll just take it back and up, downward facing dog. Instantly, you find some space. You grow how soft you can grow in the shoulders so that the arms and spine grow longer. How much you can release the hips so that the legs grow longer. And lift all 10 toes off the floor. And as you do that, spread the ball of the foot on the floor. And just feel what you feel in the feet. Usually this really alivens the feet and creates a lift in the inner arch of the feet that you feel up the knee and maybe the inner thighs. And then take the hips up maybe a little higher. Free up the shoulders on the inhale. Exhale really long. Tailbone reaches up. Let's come up over the toes. So big arch in the toes. Pause. We do some version of this each time because it's so important to get the full flexion of the toes. So knees are like shins are parallel to the earth and toes are in the full arch. Yeah, and then place the knees right under the hips. You can keep the toes tucked and hands right under the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, and we'll come into a cow shape. So the belly draws in, the heart reaches forward, the shoulder blades slide back. Let's bring the top of the feet to the earth, rounding cat pose. Exhale. Feel the action in the belly. Keep that happening as you tuck the toes and come to cow. Feel the shoulders pull back. Exhale, rounding cat, top of the feet to the earth. Really round. Grow the arms extra long. Try to keep the arms equally as long as you come into cow again, so the arms don't collapse. It's just this whole wave up the spine, reaching through the heart. And exhale, rounding cat. Let's come back to child's pose. And walk the hands out really far. Feel the hips pull back the opposite way. You just grew like 5 inches further. It's beautiful traction. And even in it, especially if your hands are on a mat or on the floor where you can kind of feel a little grip, then the hips pull back. Amidst that, there's like 2 more breaths. Can you soften anywhere? Is there anywhere that just kind of got pulled along and forgotten, or kind of rushed into something? And then we notice it and we pay attention and we trust that because we're aware of it, it's worthy of attention. It's worthy of respect and honoring just as it is. And then let's just go with that shape, rounding forward, shifting forward, coming into a cobra. The toes can be tucked or extended, your choice. And maybe shift a little bit side to side, feeling the lowest back ribs pull out of the low back. And keeping the heart open as you shift back and up, downward facing dog. Yeah, just another couple breaths here. And so as we slow down to, just pause and feel what it feels like for the whole cycle of one breath.
profound teachings flow through it all. Let's walk the feet to the hands. And we all can relate, there's something that, whatever point in life, and we're like, oh my gosh, we just got this awareness. Let's reach the heart out. You can have the hands on the floor or on the shins, tilt the tail up to the sky, get long, and exhale, fold. And then you're like, wow, at the time I had, there was disruption in the force, disturbance in the force, but I couldn't name it. I couldn't identify it. And then, or maybe it was like something didn't feel right, and you just kept going on any level, because whatever conditions, said just keep on, which is great, survival mode. That's our DNA, survive, let's round, pull the belly in, round all the way up. And so even as we round up, taking our time to really pay attention, like what about the quiet areas? What about the dormant places? What about the shy places or the vulnerable places? And standing tall, feeling yourself emerge into Tadasana, spreading the toes, feeling this, really stable, firm connection on the earth. And it's a very humble pose, really. You're not really doing anything. You're just being your tallest, brightest, fullest self at this moment, allowing the body to be upright. And so in our, as we inhale, we expand, but there's something very deep and intimate about something coming into us, right? A deep, deep inhalation, drawing in this thing that we all share, this collective prana. And through our vulnerability, we strengthen our clarity. Let's bring the hands together, the heart. And inhale. Let's come all the way up onto the ball of the feet. Lengthen high. Really high. Yeah, reach as high as you can. Pull the ribs in. Find a little more space. Let's interlace the hands, and rather than turn them up towards the sky, we're just like a nice big pull, like as if we're holding on to a branch. And that branch is moving upward and allowing us to actually stretch out longer, as if we're just hanging from a branch. Yeah, and lengthening. Great, big inhale. Good, and exhale, the branch goes up as the heels go down, we get longer. And we'll bring the right hand to the left wrist, big inhale. Exhale on over. We did this lying down the other day. Kind of feel that so that you, as if the back's on the earth. The right hand just gently grows along on the left side. Good, when you're ready, coming on and up. Inhale at the top. Switching to the other side. Left hand to the right wrist, up and over. So it's doing that action of like just actually lengthening ourselves. We're giving our own selves traction. Pretty amazing. Yeah, and notice if you collapse anywhere, so if the hands will help you lengthen. Great, we'll come on back to center. And we'll bring the hands together at the heart. Ah, yeah, you might feel some good energy through the shoulders there. Let's inhale the arms out. Gaze up, let the heart follow the curve up to the source, the light. Exhale, fold all the way forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, leading with the light of your heart, lengthening out the spine. Exhale, back to plank. So if you're stepping, you just take note of which foot naturally went back. Let's kind of bend the right knee and reach through the left heel, shoulders right over the wrist. and then other one, so that we feel, even if there's a shift in the legs here, we feel the whole abdomen and arms supporting this shape, and then coming to the plank, and just being aware that we don't drop the tail down and drop the thighs, that there's just that little kind of pull up of the tailbone. We'll shift forward, and you may stay here, or you may wrap the elbows in, and exhale, however you like, however low. Inhale, press down to rise up, and up dog. Exhale, find your way back, the gentlest way, the easiest flowing route, down dog, big inhale. And exhale really long. Feel that same kind of pull we did standing, and then feet to the hands. And lengthening out, inhale. Spreading the toes, spreading the heels, exhale. Pressing through the feet, letting the arms float out and up. Inhale big, inhale to the top. Feel that big lift. Exhale all the way forward. Placing the hands to the earth, bend the knees as needed. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, back to plank. Shifting forward, lowering if you like. Elbows come in either way. Rising up, big heart. Exhale, bottoms up. Head down. Big inhale. Now exhale, like set the intention, like the whole body just floats over the wrist, and then the feet will follow. Lengthening out, inhale. So reaffirming your connection to the earth through the feet. Folding, exhale. Press through the feet all the way up, floating up. Exhale all the way forward. Lengthening out, inhale. Exhale back to plank. Chaturanga or plank, your choice. Inhale, cobra up dog. Up and back, downward facing dog. When it's time to inhale, get some more space. Neck, shoulders, hips. Exhale. It's like each exhale you grow longer. We actually are taller after yoga practice. At the end of the exhale, feet to the hands. And lengthening out, inhale. Yeah, so it actually does naturally. We'll exhale, fold. When you're ready, float all the way up. Give us the benefits of long night's rest. And folding, exhale. This is our fourth. Lengthening, inhale. Exhale back. Chaturanga Dandasana on the exhale. Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big inhale. Spreading the toes even here. Exhale, exhale, exhale at the end of the exhale, feet to the hands. Spreading the toes, lengthening out, inhale, Sapta. Exhale, Uttanasana. Gaze at the tip of the nose. Press to the feet. Let the heart float you up. Inhale. And all the way forward, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening out through the heart, prepping. Exhale, back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, gaze third eye. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Gaze tip of the nose. And this one you can gaze beyond the tip of the nose to the belly, tuck the chin in a little bit, grow the arms, shoulders longer. The end of your exhale, allow the hips to float high, bring the feet forward, and lengthening out, Sapta. Spreading through the feet, exhale, Uttanasana. Pressing through the feet, foot it all the way up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms quickly. Standing tall. Good, let's feet together. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, twisting left elbow to right side. Really sit back, left elbow, right side, knees together, feet together. Yeah, left elbow to the outer right knee. I think you're the other way. There you go. That's it. Pull the shoulders back, gaze over the right shoulder, big inhale. Good, let's exhale, extend the left leg back. Twisting. There you go. Good. Great, let's take the left fingers towards the floor and the right arm up to the sky. Maybe a little more twisty breath. And then at the end of the exhale, left arm forward, let's windmill it all the way up in warrior two, left heel down. Sit, take it way back. Sit nice and low, take it up and back, inhale. And we'll go, exhale, let's bring the left hand to the left, or the right thigh, and just float on up to half moon. Extend your left heel way back. Pull your left ribs in. Left ribs, left fingers way up to the sky. Spread your right toes. And feel that big lift like we did before, like right through your left hip. Gazing up. Good, let's take the left hand down, square the hips, inhale. We'll exhale, right hand to the right hip. And then all the way up to the sky, twisting half moon, spin the right shoulder, right rib, breathe deep, lift your left hip, good. Let's take the right hand down. And then without touching your left foot, we'll come on up, lifting your left leg. Notice the tendency to drop back, stand up really tall. Feel that big length. You can even interlace the hands over the head to keep the lift. And we'll take the left leg straight forward, big lift. And then let's go ahead and take it back. Warrior three. Inhale on up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And on up, inhale. Exhale, arms out to the side. On up, inhale. Exhale, arms back like catching the wind. On up, inhale. Exhale, keep the arms alongside the ears, really nice and long. And we'll reach back, warrior one. And we're going to go exhale, warrior two. Take it up and back, peaceful warrior, left hand down. And exhale, right hand right next to the right foot, left hand can stay on the low back. Just bend your right knee and float your right foot up a moment. Yeah, and then you can tuck your right foot right under your left side plank. And the left arm can go all the way up to the sky. So feel that really big, strong support of your right arm. Breathe strong, feel the big lift. Gaze up to the sky for added balance. And then we'll bring the top hand down when you're ready. Square it up. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, pull the elbows in, lower. Inhale, big heart. Exhale, up and back, down facing dog. We'll float the right leg up here. Bend your right knee. And just get really long on that whole side. You can keep reaching the right arm forward, or if you like, take it over for a back bend, a partial wheel. Now I'm gonna remember all that we did. Go to the other side. Lift, like really lift the heart. Spread the left fingers. And then we'll float the right leg up again. Yeah, and when you're ready, you can place the right. Let's place the right foot right between the hands. And then we'll bring the left foot up to meet it. Lengthen out halfway up. Exhale, fold. Taking the feet together, inhale, chair pose. And we'll exhale, twist right elbow to the left knee. So this is good core work. You're pulling in the belly, you're sitting back. Knees are square. Hips are square. Yeah, you're sitting down to really lengthen the crown of the head out of the tailbone. And then with your right elbow right where it is, just take your right fingertips towards the earth. Take your left hand towards the sky. Yeah, so you get into the triceps of it here, with this big leveraged twist. And then we'll take the right leg back. Just feel it in here. Keep the left ribs really spinning open. And then we'll bring the right arm forward, left arm back, windmill it all the way open, warrior two. And take your right foot way back. Left knee way to the left. Sit nice and low. Great, we'll take the right hand around to the low back, left thigh, up and back, inhale. And exhale, lengthen out over. Feel the length as you shift on to the left foot. Just try to catch it. Yeah, I mean, balancing in yoga practice is like balance in life. It also, we learn about balance from the wobbling and the imbalance. We'll float the right ribs up, right hip up, right arm up, gaze up. Really extend through your right heel, deep breath. And then we'll take the right hand down, square up the hips. Left hand can come to the low back, lengthen the heart, inhale. And exhale, twist left ribs to the side. Try to keep your right hip lifted. So it's like someone's holding up your right hip. Really extend through your right leg, gaze up. Yeah, and then we'll take that hand down. And we'll slowly come on up with the right leg. Lift it big. Lengthen, big, inhale. Exhale, kick through your right leg. Lift it high. Really try to feel that lift. You can interlace the hands over the head to remind yourself, all right, I'm lengthening, not dropping back. Good, and then we'll exhale, take the right leg back. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, up with the right leg. Exhale, arms out to the side, flying. Inhale, up. Exhale, arms back. And on up, inhale. And then we'll exhale, lengthen out, lengthen out. Good, and we'll reach back, warrior one. Inhale. We'll open it up, warrior two. Take it up and back, right hand back around, left arm up, inhale. Exhale at your left hand right outside your left foot. Keep your right hand up, tuck your left foot up, and then tuck your left foot right under the right for side plank. Great, yes, and then float the right arm up to the sky. Breathe strong. Yeah, notice if the hips are dropping back or if you're reaching behind you, just try to feel like there's a pull on the top hand. It just levels you up, lines you up, gaze up. Great, and then we'll come down to the top hand.
let's shift forward and bring the elbows in. You can take the knees down, but go 5 as you're lowering. 4, 3, 2, and 1, all the way onto the belly. Top of the feet to the earth. And let's bring the elbows forward. Breathing in to the kidneys. Giving this lovely little hug to the adrenal glands. Feeling the earth massage your, oh, I forgot one. I just remembered what I forgot. We'll do it. Yeah. I just remembered it. Good, and let's go ahead and let's just place the fingertips straight out from the shoulders. Press into the earth to rise up. So you're just breathing into the upper back of it, feeling the strength of the upper back and mid back. Yeah, and then when you're ready, place the hands right next to the ribs. And find your way back down to facing dog. Next counter pose. Give a little wiggle waggle to the hips. And we'll float the left leg up. That's what I had forgotten. Then the left knee, lengthen your left fingertips the opposite way. And you can come onto the outer right foot. Take it up and over. Really just, the important thing about this is keeping your right shoulder long, your right arm long, your hips high. Breathing deeply. Great, and when you're ready, spinning on your right toes, take your left leg up. And let's bring the left foot forward. And we'll just go on down with the right leg. And just drop the head, let the head drop. And you can bring the elbows to the earth. If it feels good, you can roll onto the outer left foot and let the left knee drop out. Just feeling into it. A few deep breaths. You can let the outer right thigh drop down. Great, you can stay on your right elbow or come up higher. Just go ahead and reach back to your right foot. And if that, is not as comfortable, I like to do it with the arms straight, but some people prefer it with the arm bent, your choice. So you get really long through your right quad, right hip flexor, deep breath. And then with your next exhale, we'll just flex this left leg and bring it all the way forward as it will go. And just breathing. So, again, a kind of a flashy pose, a bigger gesture, all the while being in tune with every bit of it. Every little subtle aspect of the shape. Honoring the cues the body sends. And then giving yourself time for one unhurried breath. And then somehow find your way out of it. You can just switch it out, like switch the legs if you like. And then the left
left knee comes down, just letting the head drop. And feeling how gravity just helps you settle. You bring the elbows to the earth. If you like, come onto the outer right foot, let the right knee drop out, more of a pigeon shape. The left knee drop to the earth. And then see if you can reach back to your left foot. Either you're on the left elbow or the left arm straight. Yeah, really let your right shoulder open. So it actually gives it's easier reach too. And we're not forcing the shoulder forward, just like, oh, nice big open. Great, deep breath. Breathing into all of this. Good. And when you're ready, we'll, with your exhale, just the exhale, shape shifting, long exhale. Extending. Just notice where the body goes with the exhale. And the inhale, asks for time. It requires space. So give it the space right now. Deep, deep breath. Good, and when you are ready, we'll just bring the back foot forward. Let's lengthen the heart up, extend through the heels, and then just fold over. For, just like, we'll just do 5 conscious breaths. This is actually a really wonderful grounding pose. Paschimottanasana is the forward fold. Make it right for you. Some people need to bend the knees, and that just gives space for the low back. Or take the feet wider, that can help. Just try little adjustments so that the legs can grow longer, even if the knees are bent, and the tailbone has room to tilt out. So that actually can create more space for the low back. Nothing's forced. You just notice where the body goes. Because we're low to the earth, we're forward folding. That little massage on the belly as the belly meets the thighs. It's a wonderful pose to just settle down the nervous system, to aid in digestion, especially if digestion is hampered by like nervous energy or cramps or anything that kind of blocks the easy flow of that region. And so it's a very good pose right before resting. Right before bed. Let's just come all the way up and all the way back. And just let the whole body meet the earth. Just a few minutes here to fully settle. To notice. To allow the mind to be free of distractions. Free of busy thoughts. Tuning into the energy of the natural settling. And practicing letting go. Let go in the jaw.
go in the bones of the face and the skin over your skull. Feel the back of the ears open a little more. Feel the neck release, back of the heart melt towards the earth. And feeling the ease and spaciousness throughout the whole body, out through the arms, hands and fingers, through the spine, through the hips, out through the legs, toes, feet and toes. With the inner gaze of the third eye, just taking 5 more breaths. And you can count the inhale, you can count the exhale. Unhurried breaths. Just feeling the lightness, the breath itself expanding as you feel it through the lungs and rib cage, as if the breath, like light, expanding from the center of every single cell. And whenever you're ready, you can just slowly bring the knees into the chest and just hugging the knees in. Tuck the chin a little bit, keeping the neck nice and free. Just a little roll side to side. Tender, loving kindness must begin with ourselves. Love this body. And when you're ready, rolling onto your right side. And taking a full deep breath. Using your left hand and then your right hand to help yourself up. With the hands of the heart, we give thanks for every precious moment, every precious little morsel of this beautiful body, this beautiful life. Wishing all beings happiness and freedom. May all our thoughts, words, and actions contribute to the happiness, peace, and freedom of all beings. Big inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.
Thank you for your beautiful energy. Keep up your daily practice. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.